You missed Jacob Ross out of Luha. You missed Danny out of Step.
Oh, yeah.
But I see where that's coming from. I'm not even going to speak on that. And Caleb out of Mount St. Michael.
He ranked ahead of me?
He's ranked 8th. You're ranked 10th.
All right.
So in order it goes Cayenne, Caden Mingo, Nigel James, Jacob Ross, Brandon Stores, Ty Turnage, Danny Kabuche, Caleb, Chris Jeffrey, then Halon Rawlins at number 10. So I bring this up because honestly, a few people in New York City looked at this list and said, there's no way Halon is 10.
Yeah.
I automatically feel you shouldn't be 10. If I'm being respectful, I say top 5, top 6, respectfully. But when this list came out, what immediately went through your head?
Like I play these people, I don't think they be watching the games. I don't think ESPN watch the games. That's what I'm saying.
They need to watch the doc or something?
They need to watch For All the Kingsmen. They need to watch that.
And we're back once again, guys. You should know what this space is. If you've been tuning in on the channel, it looks very familiar. I got the shirt on. We're at Naz, guys. So you're probably wondering, why are you at Naz? What's going on? Well, I'm interviewing the face of Naz, potentially face of Brooklyn, an all-leaguer, AA, single A, New York versus New York MVP last year, if I'm correct. Been to the chip 3 times. Like, there's a bunch of things we can name for this guy. His name is Halon Rawlins. Welcome. SwayReportingLive one-on-one sit-downs. How you feeling?
I feel good. I like that introduction.
You like that introduction? Yeah, I think you're the first guest I actually started to name like their accolades. Feel me?
Good.
So, but you have more accolades to add to that, respectfully. Let's just start with what's going on in New York City right now, Halon, right? New York versus New York. You was in there last year. Was that your first year last year or was that your second year last year?
That was my second year, but my first year, like, actually playing.
Actually really putting in pain. Okay. So, and that's only with Gersh's team?
Yeah, only with Gersh.
Copy. So, you guys had the chance to get what, chip number 5? Three-peat.
Yeah.
What's on your mind? That's in a few hours from now. So what's that like preparation of potentially stamping yourself in the city once again in summer basketball?
Before my games, I don't eat a lot, so that's number one.
You don't eat before games?
I eat, but not a lot.
Okay.
So like, for me, nothing crazy. So I'm not trying to eat a lot. And then, for me, my mindset is always game time, game ready. So even if I'm not practicing, I'm gonna be game ready.
Okay.
Always.
Yeah, I like that you said you're not practicing right now because you know we got the other Kingsmen outside putting in pain for the next season. We'll definitely touch on that. But so let's keep going with this New York versus New York flow. There seems to be. I remember when we were doing the doc one practice. I walked over there to the hallway. I see your jersey, I see the trophy, and I see you with other New York City ballers, right? So it seemed like last summer was your coming out summer in New York versus New York. What is your mindset to do this year for New York versus New York? You kind of put your name on the map. What are you trying to do this summer before your last year in school?
I just want to show everybody I'm able to like just keep winning, because I want this winning to build onto like the season. That's really what I'm worried about this season, because the last time it was me just putting myself out there.
Okay, so let's keep it moving there, right? So New York versus New York, great event. What has one thing from New York versus New York over these past year and a half, 2 years that it taught you, an experience that you had in that moment in this tournament that made you realize, okay, I can probably take myself to the next level?
It showed me that, like, even if I'm playing with the best of the players in New York, I'm still able to keep up with them, play my best, and score. I'm scoring a lot and playing defense. So,
So when it comes to the New York versus New York scale, because there's the New York guys, and there's some people. Sometimes they make calls, guys out of state. I kind of was thinking about that as I'm watching this year's tournament. How do you feel personally as a New Yorker that they make some calls for out of town guys to play depending on the team? And how do you feel about that? And do you think that should continue?
I mean, I feel like everybody should have a chance to experience New York versus New York, right? But I feel like Gersh has always played with everybody from Brooklyn. If you're not from Brooklyn, you're not playing. except for Harvin. Harvin's the only.
Homie on Monroe, right?
Yeah, that's the only guy. But he's from Columbia for real, so. So
he don't count.
He don't count. But like, if you're not from Brooklyn, you're not playing. But I don't mind it. Because we go show them how Brooklyn play basketball.
How New York play basketball too.
Yeah.
Facts. So okay, all right. We can move on from the New York versus New York talk. I know you said earlier the season is what you're really waiting on. Let's start with something from last season that I felt kind of changed your season. Your wrist injury happened in Alaska. You went up for a block, as Halon loves to do, go up for some wild blocks, and kind of fall down awkwardly, brace yourself, mess up both wrists, but mainly your shooting wrist is what really kind of hindered you. Was that your worst injury in your life to date? And try to give us the pain threshold and how you managed that throughout the season from that moment.
It was my worst injury in my basketball career.
Okay.
In my basketball career. Nobody knows, but I've been in a car incident. I got hit by a car. Yeah.
You got hit by a car.
Yeah, playing manhunt.
Yo, nah.
When I was in eighth grade, I was playing manhunt.
All right.
And then.
Okay, before we get to the wrist injury, because that's news to me, Halo, respectfully.
Yeah.
That's news to me.
I got like a scar on my ankle.
Oh.
Like it rolled on my ankle. That's really what it was.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right, so it wasn't nothing too life-threatening. Yeah. All right, nice to know that.
Yeah.
But the wrist injury, so how did you get through that? And since it's your worst basketball injury, how did you manage that pain threshold? Try to tell us that.
I had to start driving more. That's really why I had to start driving more. G didn't want me to shoot at all because he didn't want me to shoot because first he didn't want me to shoot because I shoot too much. He hate when I settle. And then he told me like from the free throw line down, that's my
your sweet spot.
My sweet spot, yeah. So that's what I started to do.
So as somebody who has your jump shot isn't good, it's very good. Yeah. And especially when you knock down 2 in a row, it's a long night for the defense. Yeah. So how hard was it to how hard was it to almost switch up your game when it's your dominant hand, it's your shooting hand? So try to give people that don't understand those basketball technicalities, how difficult that was for you.
It was really hard, especially, but one thing that helped me is that nobody really knew my wrist was messed up. So they gonna still think I'm gonna shoot. So one pump fake is gonna get them jumping. But I had to play more as a team. More of my teammates had to help me play better.
All right. Yeah. So in terms of the team thing, one thing that I should highlight you as a player, even though you are the face of Naz, it doesn't. When we watch you guys play, it doesn't feel like you're the face. Yeah. You feel like you almost play like a player role sometimes, and then when you realize, okay, this is my time to kill, you do that. So why is it when we look at the different superstars in high school, Catholic League, public school, we all know the main guy takes most of the shots. But then there's nights where you don't take those shots. Not because you're afraid of it, but because you're a team guy, pass first sometimes. Why is that your style? Where did it come from? How did we get here with that?
That's my style because before everything all this popularity came up to me. I've been playing as a team player. I just wanted to win. So I feel like if everybody on your team is happy, y'all got a better chance of winning. If one player just scoring the ball all the time, y'all don't win that much. You feel me?
That's true.
But it might change this season.
It might change.
It might change. It might change.
Okay, so let's tie into that because I remember in the beginning of us talking in the doc, we talked about how your junior year was going to be the year where you take another step. You were behind Jules in terms of hierarchy. Most shots. I remember you told me in the last
chip game.
Yeah, that you didn't really shoot as much against Farrell, and then that was a big switch going into next year. You talked about the leadership with Jules, how he was a leader, how he led the team, doing everything. So that kind of fell on you a little bit. You went from role player to star. How did that feel, and was there who got you to change that switch? Was that you? Was that somebody else?
I speak to Jules a lot, so I ask him for tips all the time. But G really got me to change the switch. He told me, bro, you're the star. You can take any shots you want. He gave me the green light. So that's really what flipped the switch. Yeah. All
right. So let's talk about this season. I know this is something that's very big on your mind. So to give us the proper anticipation for it, I'll ask you some questions about certain things that will carry over. Last season, you guys played first year in the AA, first seeded division, but sadly lost in a BQ chip and a city chip. But there, in one of the episodes that's about to come out, G goes, "You guys owe everybody," and I feel like that still stands. Naz owes certain teams ass whooping, if we're being frank. What are the teams that you're most excited to play again? Oh, see, I didn't even have to.
Stepanak.
I didn't even have to.
I gotta play Stepanak again one more time.
Why you gotta play Stepanak again?
They beat us in the chip. They was talking crazy, and then they beat us in team camp. They was talking even more crazy at team camp, and then so I know, and we played them at home. That's their first game of the season. We played them at home.
Wait, this is breaking news.
Yeah,
we playing them in Stepanak.
Yeah,
their first game.
Yeah.
Oh man. So okay, so that's a lot to take in. That's breaking news. But first, let's go here, right? You said that they were talking crazy in the chip game. There was a moment before the game even started. Y'all usual warm-ups.
Yeah.
Tyler dunk, fake it out, first time, dunk it second time, and walk back to Coach G for the starting lineups. But Stepanak was in your way. Some guys bumped Boogie, some guys moved over. Boogie didn't take too exception to that. We saw that on the internets, whatever. But you guys didn't stand down. You guys kind of showed them like, yo, we're gonna do the same thing we always do. And just in case you didn't know, now you know. What's that mindset of being the hunted, but also the hunter at the same time? Because everybody in the Catholic League wants to show you guys that you guys don't belong. But then you also are hunting the big heads in the Catholic League, saying like, hey, we can take you guys out at any given moment.
It's just us coming from A and being double A now. Because we feel like we still hunting every team in the double A. That's how we felt when we was A. Yeah.
All right, okay. So let's get into some matchups that I saw. St. Francis and St. Ray's. Those are two teams in the Catholic League that I feel kind of gave you guys the most trouble, besides Stepanak in the last game, but they kind of gave you guys the most pushback. Let's go with St. Francis. The BQ chip was a moment for you that I haven't really seen from you in terms of locked in and focused. You were kind of one of the only guys to show up in the stat book per se and impact the game. Even though it was kind of like a 20-point blowout kind of thing, UNG sat there and kind of took that in. I know you guys have lost in the past and it hurts, but this one kind of seemed like you guys didn't deserve to lose. It felt like something was taken from you guys that you guys properly earned. That moment when UNG are just looking at them raise first place, and you guys, you're crying, everybody else is crying behind you, but you're in the middle with G just sitting there like, I don't even want to watch this, I don't like taking second place. Where did you get that mindset from, and what were you thinking in that moment as you watched them raise the Brooklyn Queens championship?
That whole game, I felt like we were gonna win. Like even when we were down 20, I felt like we were gonna win. So, like when it actually hit me, it hurt, but it hurt. But like I don't know, like I just felt like we just gotta play them again. That's really what I felt like. I wanted to see them in cities, but we didn't get to see them. I just wanted to play them again. I'm still waiting to play them.
So I guess I kind of go off my routine here. I kind of want to know, with all the things that have happened with Naz, what are the trash talk, if any, or what are the things you hear in the streets when you're playing University of New York, when you're playing in AAUs, when you're playing just not related to Naz, but you know they're gonna talk?
Related to me?
Yeah, like what do people say to you if it's in relation about how you play, whatever happened this past season? Like, what are the things you hear when Halon steps outside just to hoop?
Not a lot of people try to talk me, but I know after the Christ the King game, they was on me.
Oh, then at Christ the King?
Yeah, they was on me after that game. That's a game I remember.
I'm sorry.
That's a game. Yeah, the Christ the King game is a game I remember. Like after that game, I felt like all the pressure was on me after that. Cause how much I had that game?
Probably like 8, 7, if that.
Probably less than that, and I got fouled out.
Foul trouble, yeah.
Yeah, after that, I felt like I had to flip the switch. Yeah.
Okay. We did see a flip. One thing that was memorable from that day, I kind of don't really want to talk about this, but it's kind of been publicized already. Seton Hall has very high interest in you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna ask you how much they're talking to you, but I'm gonna ask, when you know certain schools are gonna be there, or they're looking for your performance as you gradually go through your season, how much of that is actually in your mind? Like, okay, I got these colleges, I want a scholarship, I want to go to school for free, I want to go to a top 10 school, D1, whatever it is, like most high schoolers. Is that too much pressure? Like, how does that affect your daily preparation, your daily grind of hooping?
Everybody gonna have a little nervousness before the game, especially if they hear the coaches, college coaches gonna be there. But once you get in the game, I feel like most of the nervousness just go away, literally, and I just play my game.
You don't have, but of course you said the pregame jitters, but do you feel the pressure of Naz having to win? Anything, like during a game, high pressure situations?
Yeah, I do feel the pressure, but I don't let it get to me. I never let it get to me, but I feel it. I definitely feel it. I feel the burden. Yeah.
Does that burden, does that come from G? Does that come from you?
It just come from everybody, like in New York. Everybody in New York, literally.
So, okay.
Especially Brooklyn, especially everybody in Brooklyn. Because we're supposed to be the best school in Brooklyn. So everybody in Brooklyn, I feel that pressure. But
do you think people respect you guys as the best team in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
You think so?
Officially now. Officially, yeah.
Okay. You think that changed because of how you guys did this past year? Or that they just had no choice but to respect it?
Both.
A little bit of both?
Yeah, a little bit of both.
All right. So now I want to go into a little bit of your demeanor, because this interview so far, I think we're like, 15 minutes, 20 minutes in?
Yeah.
You've been smiling a lot, Halon. And I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
I actually love it.
Yeah.
But to some, they might be like, why is he always joking around?
Yeah.
Why is he always doing this? Why does he never, I won't say never, because there are moments where you look locked in, but half the time, there's a joy to where you play.
Yeah.
Like just the other day at University of New York, you hit your first three in the corner, you look down Dykeman bench and just laugh at him. Like those moments, people may think it is like, oh, he's clowning them, but like that's really you. You smile at any given chance you can. So where does that joy, that inner joy come from, and why do you always smile on the court?
Since I was young, all my coaches told me it don't matter about winning. I mean, I think it matters about winning, but just have fun. Like, just have fun. And when you have fun, you have energy, that leads to winning. So, yeah.
Very true.
I was smiling at Dykeman bench because they was all Rens players. There was all Rens players on that team.
Okay.
So I was smiling. I see Will, and she was just looking at me.
That's a fact.
Yeah. And he's the same race coach. I was just smiling.
Oh, yes, he is.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, he is.
Yeah.
Facts, he is. So that leads me to my next question. You do flip a switch, though.
Yeah.
There is a time where you flip switch. There was not really a viral clip, but there was a clip, you at Ren's, AAU, first clip, you talking to somebody, and then you just start getting buckets.
Yeah.
How do you turn that switch? When does it happen? Like, how do you get from smiling Halon, like, ha, kiki, to, all right, bro, relax, time to.
I feel like when the other team talk trash, this should be me 100%, right? Most of the time, right, when I'm on the court. But I feel like when the other team talk trash, that's when I just flip the switch. But I feel like, it's gonna change. A lot gonna change this year. A lot gonna change, Halon? A lot gonna change this year. A lot gonna change.
I asked that though because honestly, not a lot of people understand the type of person you are. And over the past year, I've gotten to understand why you do things, how you do things, and the way you go about it. So I want to go into now. Do you care about the outside noise?
Nah. I don't care. I don't care.
Why don't you care? Try to expound on that.
Because we came literally from the bottom. We was A. So they was talking they've been talking dirt on us as soon as we got in double A, and we still proved them wrong. So that's not for me. And I was always looked at as like an underdog. I wasn't like always known. I just now started getting known. So it's not like I ever cared for it.
Has that popularity changed how you move?
I wouldn't say it changed how I move, but like it changed how like I'm not playing a lot of tournaments. It just changed how like I take care of myself. Yeah.
What advice has G given you as your name has started to rise in the rankings of whatever New York City has and whatever nationally on the basketball stage? What has he told you that you might have to change, or how you have to refocus who you hang around, stuff like that? What are some of the things G tells you as you've risen in stardom?
He told me that everybody, not everybody just want the best for you. They just want the best for themselves. And then he told me that like I gotta take care of my body. I gotta get more stronger, like, cause I'm.
Yeah, you was looking like a twig about a year and a half ago.
I gotta get more stronger, and then like I gotta just work on my legs. Yeah, so I can start driving more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who did you take your game after? Because you can shoot.
Yeah.
Some would say you're an underrated defender.
Yeah.
But you, in big moments, you know when to go block a shot, when to go get a stop, when to do all the little things. So who did you, growing up, look after your game and try to model your game after?
A couple. I got a piece of like a couple people.
Hey, tell us, talk to me. Build the mob player.
When I first started watching basketball, it was Carmelo. It was Carmelo.
Okay.
So like I loved his mid range. He do a lot of stuff with a few dribbles. I love that. But like the defensive side, when I started growing up, the defensive side, Kawhi played defense. Yeah.
Oh, you okay?
Kawhi could,
right.
But I like Paul George too.
I realize Paul George is a lot of young people's like favorite player kind of thing to go. Yeah, Joel, I told you we interviewing. What we doing? You know, all the Naz guys want to interrupt me like they don't know what's up already. Like I don't get it. But yes, Halon, you said Kawhi is the defensive person that you looked at, and then Paul George is more of a complete player. Let's attack the Paul George one. I realize a lot of young guys look up to him in terms of a hooper. He has a complete offensive game and defensive game, if we're really being honest. So talk about what did you see from him that was like, yo, I need that in my game.
He's just smooth. He plays the game with ease. It looks like he's moving in slow motion, but he's actually like frying people.
Okay.
But when I was growing up, my favorite player was Terry Rozier.
Terry Rozier?
Yeah, I don't know. I just like his energy.
Nah, he's tough.
That was when he was on Boston.
Nah, you're fine.
Yeah, I just liked how he played. Like he had energy. He definitely wasn't backing out for nobody. But yeah.
All right.
When I was at EYBL last year, I seen him.
Oh,
he was
really?
watching the game versus Try for Greatness. I was like, "You my favorite player," and he was like, "Appreciate it."
Yes, sir. The AAU scene, since you mentioned it, let's attack that a little bit. How much of the AAU scene have you tried to navigate? I know you're on Rennes. You've had past trying to get on other teams. I'm not even gonna say that right now. But you're on Rennes now. What has that opportunity been like, playing in more of the bigger, high-level tournaments like a Peach Jam, such and such? So when you're playing these talents from all over the country, maybe even the globe, how do you feel you rank yourself with those guys at that moment?
I feel like it's just like schoolball, playing basketball at school, but like everybody on their team could knock down a wide open shot. Everybody on the team could drive. Everybody on the team is nice. So you got to play more as a team now. So if you don't play more as a team, you're not gonna have a high chance of winning. So I just feel like it's just like New York versus New York. You got to fit in with nice players. Yeah.
All right. So I asked some of those questions because I recently saw a ESPN top 10 ranking, right, for New York City, and you're ranked number 10.
Yeah.
Guys in front of you. Do you know the guys in front of you? I'll ask that. Do you know the guys that are currently ranked in front of you? Can you name them? Or do you want me to name them?
I can name them.
Oh, all right. Go ahead. Let's see how this goes.
Cayenne, Nigel.
You missed one already, but go ahead.
Cayenne, Beastars.
All right, yeah. Oh, I thought you was going in order, but yeah, you got three. Nine order. All right, you got Todd Turners, yes.
Caden Mingo. Chris,
Jeffrey, yeah.
What am I missing? Wait, how much I got left?
You got 4 people.
4 people.
Well, 3 technically, since you're 9. So, yeah. You missed Jacob Ross.
Oh yeah.
Out of Luha. You missed Danny out of Step.
Oh yeah.
But I see where that's coming from. I'm not even gonna speak on that. And Caleb out of Mount St. Michael.
He ranked ahead of me?
He's ranked 8th. You're ranked 10th.
All right.
So in order it goes Cayenne, Caden Mingo, Nigel James, Jacob Rose, Brandon Stores, Ty Turnage, Danny Kabuche, Caleb, Chris Jeffrey, then Halon Rawlins at number 10. So I bring this up because honestly, a few people in New York City look at this list and says, there's no way Halon is 10.
Yeah.
I automatically feel you shouldn't be 10. If I'm being respectful, I say top 5, top 6, respectfully. But when this list came out, what immediately went through your head?
Like I play these people. I don't think they be watching the games. I don't think ESPN watch the games. That's what I'm saying.
They need to watch the doc or something?
They need to watch For All the Kingsmen. They need to watch that.
Okay, so I'm not gonna put you too much on the spot. I would ask you where you feel like, well, fuck it. Where do you feel like you should be ranked in New York City?
Number 1.
Number 1?
Yes.
Why?
You said why?
Why?
Oh, because I win. I play defense, play offense, and I got the size.
You have the size, you said? Okay. When I look at this list, because you did say certain people, the only person that has technically beaten you is Danny.
Yeah.
But everybody else on this list, besides Chris Jeffrey, because Chris Jeffrey...
And we didn't play Luha.
Yeah, you didn't play Luha, so, you know.
We might scrimmage them. If we do scrimmage them, like G said,
You're giving some breaking news on here. I like
let's
it.
Let's go change.
Okay, let's go change?
Yeah.
How long do you think before people realize you're not a top 10 talent, but a top 5 talent out of New York City?
After the first game. After the first game of the season, they go realize. After the first game of the season.
You're putting a lot of weight on this step and act matchup, and I respect it because I feel like you should. Not just because you guys lost, but because I know there's behind the scenes things that are happening that kind of rub you guys the wrong way. So how much do you guys want Step and Act? Because I feel like Step and Act wants you guys just as much.
Yeah. That's why I like Step and Act, because even after all the winning, they still dogs. But we got bigger dogs here. We got bigger dogs here.
I like that hate. I like that a lot. Okay, so since we attacked the top 10, there's a person on the top 10 that you get compared to a lot. You guys have had your battles, B Stores. From my recollection, you've told me you've kind of been like friends and also competitors since you guys have been younger. Describe that relationship with B Stores if you guys have a deeper relationship than just playing against each other.
When I was in 8th grade, when I was in 8th grade, all you heard was B Stores. But like I wasn't even like that for me, that known in 8th grade. So when I got to 9th grade, had my season in A, we went to the trip, still wasn't that known. And then G put me on the Gauchos. When G put me on the Gauchos with Coach Book, that's when me, B Stores, and Ty, we all teamed up. And we all became close. And then like my 10th grade year, that's really when I broke out a little. And then people started seeing me, and then that's when the comparison started, like my 10th grade year.
Do you like those comparisons?
I feel like we both. No, ask the question again.
Do you like the B Stores comparisons? When people see you play, when people see B Stores play, they go, they kind of almost the same offensively. Defensively is a different story, if I'm being correct. Defensively is definitely a different story. But when we talk about offensive repertoire, bag, you guys are a little bit similar. Do you like when people compare you guys?
That's not a bad person to be compared to, but I feel like we're both our own player.
Different styles?
Yeah, different styles.
Different way to get it?
Yeah.
All right, so I asked that because whenever you guys play each other, specifically, let's just go with last season, regular season matchup and postseason matchup, it was a movie. St. Ray's versus Naz was like a game to talk about. It feed families at this point. Do you think that St. Ray's is a rivalry that can continue? I know it will continue this year, no matter if they come to Naz. I don't know how the schedules will look, but do you think that St. Ray's Naz is a rivalry that can continue past you graduating from Naz?
That's a tough question, because everybody looks at me and B Stores. That's really what it's on. If I was at a different school or B Stores was at a different school, I feel like that would have been a rivalry too, right? But I feel like it could go past me and B Stores though, because there's dogs on both teams and young dogs too. We got a couple sophomores, juniors. They got a couple sophomores, juniors. That's nice. So yeah.
When it comes to those comparisons, there was a moment in the semifinals of the city championships. You guys played them, and it looked like you guys were literally having your own moment within the game. He blocks you, you come down, chase down block, fast break. He hits a 3, you hit a 3 in the corner. he hits a mid-range, gets his team going, now you're getting your team going. When you're in those moments where it feels like it's one-on-one, but it's literally 5-on-5, how does it feel to be in those, somebody call it the zone, whatever it is, how does it feel to be in that zone?
It feels good knowing that you're competing against another dog, because I know you're close. I know like he wants to win as much as I do, but it's just who plays harder.
When it comes to those lights, those pressure situations, do you ever feel like you've had a bad moment under pressure?
Yeah, in the Crazy King game, I feel like I played bad.
Okay. Any playoff moment that you feel like you felt like I need that one back?
Yeah, I could have played better in the chip game.
At Farrell or stepping out?
Stepping out. Every chip game I played in, I could have played better.
Okay.
Yeah, and that Crazy King game. But I feel like I got a lot to make up for this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I'm hearing is a lot of redemption, a lot of avenging that you have. How bad do you want it? I'll just go there. How bad do you want it? And what lengths are you willing to go to get what you want? Facts, I know.
I want it.
My fault, y'all. Oh, we got bro, all that stuff is outside, bro. Oh, my, what the fuck?
Shout out to Kingsman, I guess.
Ask again. How about it?
So when it comes to, I hear a lot of avenging going on in your voice, and it's not just the smiles, I can see it. How much do you want to avenge what's been going on last season? How much do you really want it? How much do you want to win, and how bad are you willing to win?
Like it feels like an NBA championship. Literally, it feels like I want it. Like everybody wants an NBA championship. Like everybody wants a Catholic championship. So that's really how bad I want it.
Do you think a Catholic League championship will get you the notoriety, at least from schools, that you feel like you deserve?
Yeah, it'll give me the notoriety, but also just like I've been in Catholic school for 4 years, so it feels like I just need one. Yeah.
Because
beyond colleges. Yeah.
Okay. One thing, I guess, let's go personal a little bit. You, as somebody always in the limelight, you're in high school, right? Girls, what is it like navigating that? Because clearly you're the talk of the town, Halon. So clearly, I'm not gonna front like what your DMs look like. That's not my business. But what I am gonna ask you is staying locked in.
Yeah.
Right? Going into playoff time, G said last season, tell them, yo, whatever you got going on, 3 weeks is a dub.
Yeah.
I guess I only bring that up because certain athletes these days, once they get even older, grown men, we see that they kind of fumble the bag or kind of mess up with women. How do you, I'm not gonna ask for your business, but like just talk about that vaguely if you can, navigating that and staying locked in from outside distractions.
I feel like girls, they could be a problem sometimes, but like you can't let people control you. That's one thing I don't let people do. I don't let people control my emotions. You feel me? G probably the only one that could probably get there. But I don't let people control my emotions. So you feel me? But I don't like. But if you want to know my love life,
you don't gotta publicize your love life. I just want to know how you have a love life and then also still go on the court and not let whatever BS from said life affect those things.
I just gotta stay like that every time. It's just basketball. Like basketball comes first. That's what you said. Every time basketball first, and the girls come like if you're nice. Like,
they'll come later.
They'll come later. So yeah.
So I guess we can go here. What do you do when you're not hooping, Halon? Because it almost seems like your life is just basketball, and I know sometimes when guys like me and you, when we're so locked into what we want to do, it kind of becomes the only thing we do. So what do you do when you're not hooping? What do you do to take your mind off of whatever stress that basketball brings you?
I would say to play the game, but I don't play the game that much. So
you don't play video games that much.
I don't play the video games that much. I just be in the crib, bro. I just be thinking, just be in the crib thinking. It's always basketball. I always think about basketball, like literally.
I mean, technically, with the path that you want to be on, that's what it comes to. You just think and eat, breathe basketball. So that's a good sign. That is a good sign. But let's go here. What is your biggest inspiration with this basketball stuff, right? So what's in Halon's mind that continues to drive him to be like, yeah, I'm gonna go practice today. Yeah, I'm gonna ice this injury today. Yeah, I'm gonna go and play in this New York versus New York tournament today. What's in the back of your mind that's allowing you to keep going no matter if the pain, the body pain hurts or the mental pain is going on?
My parents go to work every day. So every time they go to work, I just feel like I should be playing basketball. And it's really cause like I really like got it from the like gutter. So like nobody like for me, nobody can really say they made me. G probably, but nobody can really say they made me like.
Yeah, GB.
So I can say it. Yeah, that's really wild. But I just feel like I gotta like I still got something to prove. I got a chip on my shoulder every time. That's really wild. That's really what pushes me.
Okay.
Yeah.
When we see guys like Tristan, Jacob, Eli, Tyler, and Mikey, they will no longer be hooping with you next year. And I know that kind of rubs you the wrong way, knowing that you guys have unfinished business as a group. But then there's you and JoJo left. That's been through the ringer of single A to now double A. You and JoJo, I remember telling you after the championship and probably even texting you, I said, you and JoJo are now the ones to do it, right? And it's funny how it's you and JoJo because you and JoJo kind of like are each other's battery and each other's back. I see them practice all the time. Just before we walked in here, JoJo like, yo, you might have to get on the court. These young boys not cutting it. Feel me? So that type of dynamic between you guys and then having your bros that were sitting in these chairs, they're no longer going to be occupying these lockers. So with that being said, you and JoJo, what conversations have you guys had about next season? And could you tell us a little tidbit of what potentially you and JoJo are working on to get into next year?
I want to shout out all the seniors first.
Shout out to guys.
Yeah, shout out to guys because everybody that you named, they all helped us like stamp Nas to where we are now. Not just me, you know what I mean? But JoJo, me and JoJo, we have a lot of conversations about Nas because like because both of us want to like. When we first started, because we all like, both of us like, we're 4-year starters on varsity, right? So there was times when we both wanted to transfer, but we had to talk each other out of it. Drew took us out of it, Andre took us out of it, but we all like, for me, we all stayed together, right? Because like G said, we all won. But me and JoJo, we got big goals. We got big goals coming up this season. Something tells me
that JoJo might have a breakout year, knowing that, I mean, breaking news. He might not be playing the same type of position that he played last year. But let's talk about work ethic and what you've been working on this summer. What have you been working on to elevate your game? We know you can shoot, we know you can play defense. What are the in-between little things that Halon has been working on this summer?
I can't get him out.
Give me like one. Okay, let's go here. I know what I think you should work on. I feel like if we're being honest, if Halon
gets
the bag, a little bit of the little sauce, because we've seen over the different games, certain matchups that you play with the ball a little bit too much, or G likes to say you're playing too much, but he only says that because the bag isn't always there. Do you think once you get a bag, you'll kind of be unstoppable, or is that one of the things you're working on?
I gotta get the bag, and I gotta like, my mindset gotta be like, get a basket sometimes. I can't just be passing the ball all the time.
Very true.
Once I get that, once I get those two things, I'm gonna be unstoppable.
Can we see more in the post this season, Halon? Can we see that, please?
More what?
In the post.
Nah.
Wait. And it's like, you see how he answered? It's like,
nah, I'm not seeing it. I'm getting to the basket. Dribbling. I'm not. Nah.
Okay, let's attack that though. I feel like that's a touchy subject, but
that's a touchy subject.
I do want to ask you this one question because we have seen instances where when you play back to the basket, it kind of looks a little wacky in a good way.
Yeah.
But then there's other times where we show signs of the bag and it's like, God damn, how did you pull that move out in less than 3 dribbles? Feel me? So I see where it's kind of push and pull.
It's because I just want to show like I can do more.
Okay.
The post, like, the post is gonna get me the basket. I know it's gonna get me the basket, but I want to entertain everybody. For me, I want to dribble too. Like, I want to dribble too, but like,
I mean, 2 points is 2 points.
Yeah, 2 points is 2 points, but I want to get back. Yeah.
All right.
It's gonna be a lot of both.
No, but I like what I'm hearing though. It seems like you're on a mission this year. So G, we spoke about G a couple of times. He's hard on you with just about anybody. You said earlier that he's probably the one person that can actually change your emotion with certain things. How did it get that way? And why is it whenever I see Halon outside, G is not too far?
G is a big reason I came to Nas, because nobody want to come to A school, you feel me? Everybody want to go to South Shore, Eagle, Jeff.
The big PSAs,
yeah, especially in Brooklyn. So nobody want to go to a A school. So G's one of the main reasons I got here. And then he helped out, like I helped them build like this whole program up. So like whatever you say, for me goes. Whatever you say goes. and he got past experience like playing basketball. So for me, he made it for himself. So I really got to listen to him. And Coach Mike.
What do those one-on-ones look like? Because I know they've happened over the years. You versus G, just trying to see where you rank yourself.
Yeah.
How do you think you fared in those moments?
I mean, I won the last 1v1.
Is that the one we have on camera? Is that the one we have on camera?
I think I got that on camera.
I think
y'all can put it in. Y'all can put it in. I think I got that on camera.
I think because we was looking at that the other day. I don't know if that was the last one you guys played.
Yeah, you're right. That's the right one.
Okay.
So,
all right. Okay, so I do have some fan questions here. Some outside people that sent me some things that they wanted to know as we wind down here.
Right.
Where do you see basketball taking you in the future?
Try to go to the league. If I don't go to the league, I'm just trying to go to the league. I don't see nothing. It's like there's no plan B. No plan.
I feel you. That's a good and a bad thing.
Yeah, it's a good and bad thing. But like
good thing as in you got one mission and you're gonna do anything to get to that mission. But also like there's always I don't want to put like doubt in because I actually feel like you can get to it. But of course everybody needs some type of plan just in case.
Yeah.
So, but regardless of the fact, you say the league. But let's say you don't go to the league.
Yeah.
Where do you see basketball really taking you and how much it's gonna affect your life?
I'm gonna be playing basketball, probably international. Like I don't want to think about that. If only,
yeah, you
like,
don't.
I don't want to think about that.
I respect that.
Yeah,
I respect
but like
that.
I'm gonna play basketball any type of way. You feel me? But like it's gonna take me places no matter what. It's taking me places now. So I mean,
the Jordan Brand Classic. If I'm correct, you were supposed to be featured in the commercial.
Yeah.
You were away, so some of the things you have to get a replacement. Is that a game you feel like you should be playing in next year? Or you think you should have the opportunity?
I feel like I should have the opportunity, but there's a lot of politics. So
it is.
Yeah, it's a lot of politics. But if I do what I'm supposed to do this season, like what I believe I could do this season, I feel like
you'll be a no-brainer.
I'm put everybody on notice.
All right. Yeah. I like that. Okay, so this is somebody. I'm not going to tell you who this is from. I'm just going to ask the question.
Right.
When is Halon going to realize he's the one? And how do you respond to that question? This is somebody in the family, so it ain't like this is just a regular person asking this question. This is somebody that's watched your progression from day one. So when do you, I feel like you already realized this, but when did you realize you're the one? And if you haven't realized it, hi G. Yeah, come in. You're the only one that I like coming in, respectfully. Had the black on the youngins, facts. Yeah. But I'll re-ask the question once again. Someone in the family wanted me to ask you this, and they said, when is he gonna realize he's the one? The question is, did you realize that already, or if you have, when was that moment for you?
I feel like I realized it like just after like this past EYBL trip. I feel like I realized it. People probably thought that I realized it before that, but I feel like I just now like realized it. So that's why I feel like this season is gonna be like a good season coming up.
What, I know you mentioned your parents, like you said that they wake up every day and go to work and that helps you go to practice, helps go to games and stuff like that. What are the other inspirations that you've had over the years that you look at and be like, yeah, that's a foundation for me that I can't let go of, that'll help me in my basketball career?
When I stepped in Nas, like the Nas family, they definitely inspired me because everybody was on the same page all times. Everybody wanted to win a chip. They inspired me a lot.
Do you have a regrettable moment at all?
Nah.
Nah?
No.
Okay, all right. What's your favorite moment in Nas so far?
Oh, my favorite moment?
So far, it's been 3 years. You're coming on your last, your senior year. What's been the favorite moment so far before we get into your biggest year of your high school?
It's not my favorite moment, but it's like a top three. I'll give it.
Talk to me. You give me three. That's fine.
I give it three. All right. No order. When when I was like when I was a freshman, and we beat Pharaoh to go to the chip. Yeah, that was up there. And when we made it to the chip, against Steppenheim, that was up there. And I'll give you one more. I hit 1K. You didn't tell nobody I hit 1K though, but
You said what?
I hit 1K.
Oh.
That's up there. You didn't tell nobody though. Right?
Oh, we ain't telling nobody.
Yeah, that's up there. That's up
all
there.
right, that's like cheese.
Yeah.
All right, 1K. Not many people can say 1K.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much, respectfully. So,
I didn't say it because we ain't getting the basketball.
I'm gonna probably go to later on.
Huh?
They show up about later on.
All right, let me know. Let me know.
all right. What else? I don't think I'm missing anything. Let's go here as we wind down. I do have a couple more questions. When we get to your senior year, we understand that you've already made it known that you have a lot of people to avenge. You got a lot of people on your list. You made that very known in this interview, and I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I really respect that because as people make it known, or it's more politics with Naz and what people want to do to Naz. But you've made it public that look, you guys are on my list, and I don't care who hears this. Why is it when you get to your senior year that it's your last year? When you get there, when you first home game, how are you going to navigate this year? You already said you have a different switch, right? What should people expect from Halon going into his senior year?
They should expect a lot. Me and G got a bet already. We already got a bet.
Can this bet be publicized, or is this in
Nah, it's
in-house?
in-house. I can publicize it like after.
All right, I respect that.
We got a bet.
can do that.
We got a bet, and I just got to follow through. And then if I follow through, like a lot of attention, good attention is going to be on me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't not have you here and not ask this question.
Yeah.
3 years, 3 championships, 3 L's, right?
Yeah.
The city always talks about it. The city will never let you live that down. I don't know how the inner workings are, but it's out there. Does not winning a championship for your first 3 years affect you to the point where you feel like you're not one of the top in the city, and that's why people don't rank you that high? Is that something that you think is the politics behind why Halon isn't viewed as this when people view him as a little bit lesser than that? Do you think that's part of the thinking?
Yeah, I don't know how they do the rankings for me, but I don't care for real. But I just feel like for me, if they're doing it over that, then I should be ranked high after the season. And I feel like not a lot of people made it to the chip, so not a lot of people on that list even like got to the chip. So yeah, I don't know.
Not gonna lie, you sound like G right now. Just a little bit. All right, so we'll end it here. What's on Halon's mind, and what should we expect from New York versus New York championship today in a few hours?
A lot of defense. A lot of defense. Yeah, a lot of defense. That's really all defense. I'm just playing to win though. I'm playing to win. I'm a scorer, but I'm trying to play defense. I'm trying to win defensive player.
Defensive player of the year?
Yeah, today.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So this is the moment, Halon, where you look at the camera, right? So we know, I don't speak on recruitment because that's an in-house thing, but why should colleges look at Halon? Why should Halon get everything from a 4-year university? Why should a top D1 school look at Halon? Why should any school look at Halon and think, he's the guy I want on my basketball team? This is the moment where you can look at that camera and look at them coaches right in their face and say, this is me and who I am.
If any college need me, let me do that. A coach should look at me because I'm a win. I'm a winner. I play hard. If you want a dog, you should get me.
All right. One word to describe Halon, and we'll end it there.
Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, I was thinking about that word. I couldn't find it though.
What's the word? Say it out loud.
Swiss Army knife.
Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
Halon Rawlins, the Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
I like that.
I could do it all. Like LeBron. Like LeBron.
Sway Reporting Live, one-on-one sit-downs, Halon Rawlins, class of 2025. Thank you once again. I appreciate you for being my first high school student athlete to be on the show, and hope you liked it. How'd you feel about it?
It was great. Thank you. Yeah.
All right, Sway Reporting Live, Halon, Naz, Kingsman. At this point, y'all should already know. So, signing out. Catch you on the next one.